Well, an unusual show of bonhomie between the Congress party and the tax department. We're calling it unusual given the recent spate of exchanges between the Congress party and the department, with the Congress calling it a case of tax terrorism, making leveling charges against the central government for using the tax department for suppressing the opposition party, the largest opposition party in the country. So why this change of heart? Why a thaw in these relations? Why this olive branch being exchanged between the two sides? Well, let's find out. The reason for that essentially was a submission that was made today by the Solicitor General appearing on behalf of the Income Tax Department. The case that was being heard by the top court was with respect to the recent spate of assessments as well as tax demands that had been raised against the Congress party. The Congress came manned with senior advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi, fully geared to argue these matters, but they were taken aback. The Solicitor General began by opening his remarks by making his submissions, saying that he was trying to make a submission in favor of the Congress party. He began by drawing a distinction between two sets of cases. The first set of cases is with respect to the recent case of attachment of Congress bank accounts that we saw. He said that for those assessment years, for that particular case in question, the agenda for the tax department was to recover dues of 135 crore rupees. That is something that he clarified that tax department is staying firm on, is not yielding, is not returning that money. So that money that was recovered from the Congress bank account stays with the tax department. But this was the first set of case. The second set of case that he was referring to were the more recent demands that have been raised. These demands, as per the Congress party as well as the Income Tax Department, add up to over 3,500 crore rupees, which is far larger than the 135 crore rupees that has been seized by the tax department. Here, the Solicitor General remarked that he does not want to make this political, that the elections are coming. They don't want the tax issues to cause problems for the Congress party. They want to establish their own bona fides. They don't want to make this a political affair. And on the back of that, an undertaking has been given by the Solicitor General, by the tax department, that no coercive action will be taken by the departments for recovery of these dues from the Congress party until after the Lok Sabha elections. So that is a submission, that is an undertaking that has been given. Abhishek Manu Singhvi was clearly taken aback. In fact, the words that he used to describe this submission, this undertaking, was shocked and speechless. And in fact, not just that, even Vivek Tanka, who has been appearing for the Congress party before the ITAT, in fact, sent out a post where he credited the Apex Court for its intervention for allowing this undertaking by the tax department. So the long and short is, the demand of 3,500 crore rupees by the tax department, a pause button being hit as a unilateral move to show its own bona fides by the tax department, no recovery. The next hearing in this case will be in the month of July, which is subsequently after the Lok Sabha elections.